Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out on October 13th, 2017 in HuffPost. Everything is always about race because racism won't go away. Take a look at 1 week in the United States and tell me racism is not prominent. All right, let's go ahead and listen to this video.
It has nothing to do with race.
Everything is not about race.
He panicked. So this isn't racially motivated. And he panicked. This isn't about race.
How many times have you heard, why is everything always about race? Why is everything always about race, huh? Well, let me enlighten you. This Week in Politics is a special edition reserved for the race deflectors. Everything is always about race because just this week in 2017, a Louisiana sheriff stated in no simpler terms, good prisoners make great slaves.
They're releasing some good ones that we use every day to wash cars, to change oil in our cars, to cook in the kitchen, to do all that where we save money.
Everything is always about race because just this week, Charlottesville police brought charges against beaten victim DeAndre Harris, who suffered a vicious attack at the hands of white supremacists during the Unite the Right rally. Meanwhile, some of Harris's attackers have been arrested, but only thanks to an effort led by Sean King to identify the perpetrators and put public pressure on the police to act. Everything is always about race because the judicial system in Charlottesville found it tough to identify the white supremacists who were on video, I guess because their white skin makes it harder to see the immediate guilt. But not to worry, when a black woman helped remove a racist statue, she was arrested immediately. Everything is always about race because the color-skewed right-wing media and their ever-so-honorable Blue Lives Matter supporters have said jack shit over the white Texas Tech student who shot and killed a brave officer just last week. Everything is always about race because it seems that Blue Lives Matter and All Lives Matter only seem to find their voices when a black American speaks out against systemic injustice. But when a white perpetrator breaches that system, we hear crickets. Everything is always about race because to this day, there are still imbeciles like the frat fuckboys at University of Florida who, in their emboldened state, thought this was just hilarious. Where are their parents? Who raised these thugs? And even these outright toolbags were outdone by the Kappa Sigma frat at University of Louisiana at Monroe, as they gave us an explicit minor glimpse into why everything is about race. Because racists like this are hell-bent on dragging us back to the 60s, led by the man-child-in-chief. Speaking of, everything is always about race, because the sitting president, known for his trigger Twitter fingers, somehow kept it tight-lipped over the Nazis who returned to Charlottesville last week, or the attempted bombing at a North Carolina airport. Everything is always about race because if you replace the man who attempted to murder innocent people using ammonium nitrate fuel oil explosives riddled with nails and bullets with a black or brown perpetrator, you can bet your cowboy boots and a MAGA hat that Trump would be tweeting his tiny fingers raw about how we need a Muslim ban or that SOBs like that have to be taken care of with his Second Amendment remedies.
This son of a bitch comes out and starts shooting.
Speaking of, everything is always about race because just last week, a man who massacred 58 innocent people has almost already been entirely forgotten by the president, as well as large portions of the media. But don't worry, he will let us all know what he thinks about Jamel Hill, though. Everything is always about race because this incompetent shadow of a man tasked with leading the free world spoke openly about how the dying citizens of Puerto Rico,
You've thrown our budget a little out of whack.
but was happy to spend $300,000 of taxpayers' money to fly good old Mike P to Indiana to sit at a football game for 35 seconds, then cry like a snowflake about players kneeling and head back west. And I know what you're saying, Francis. What is 300K? I mean, it's not like that 300K could buy 1,404,000 bottles of water for Puerto Ricans who are surviving off a bottle a day per family. Everything is always about race because the racist leading the country sat in front of a crowd and talked openly about how Colin Kaepernick should have been punished, a take that received angry cheers from the crowd.
And frankly, the NFL should have suspended him for one game. You cannot disrespect our country, our flag, our anthem. You cannot do that.
You know, the same people that claim they fight tooth and nail for free speech, a right that they have forgotten is extended to all Americans, black included. Everything is always about race because in just 1 week, we witness countless examples demonstrating that racism remains a prominent, pervasive, intractable stain on the American flag, to the point where even a black American puts on the uniform representing that flag and swears to protect her fellow citizens. That black American is still subjected to a torrent of racial abuse and told to go back to Africa. That's why everything is about race. Follow me on Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell. Follow me on Twitter also at Francis M. Maxwell. Like and share the video. Continue to resist.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, college students still go in blackface. And it is unknown to me why people that got rhesus monkey in their DNA keep implying black people are the monkeys who are full human. Just saying. Okay? You keep talking about blacks are monkeys, but aren't you the same people that introduced us to this evolution chart showing that you started out as a monkey and then you became all of these hybrid subspecies, and then you're still a hybrid today because there's no genetic way you came from an animal and then a whole string of animals, and the end result is a full human. It's genetically impossible. But you told this to the entire world, especially everybody in elementary school. This is the story that you told everybody from sea to shining sea about yourself. But it makes me laugh that you keep implying that blacks are the monkeys. There's no black evolution chart because we are full human. It's already been scientifically proven. If you are not black, then you are a hybrid, period. But the hybrids are always trying to shame the real humans. Go figure. All right. And then we heard this man, he sounded like he came out of the 1800s complaining about the good slaves that are going to be released. And he's stuck with the bad ones. See, the bad ones are refusing to do the slave labors. He can't break those. They've been trying to break the bad ones in prison, but he can't. There are many black people that simply will not be your slaves. And this is why this thing from Louisiana, this hybrid right here, is complaining about the good ones being released. And then we have our latest white male cop killer in America. This is the land where the white male is held in the highest regard, and the white male is number one in killing cops. But the white hybrids keep saying they love the cops whenever they encounter in themselves into a conversation with black people. They all are in love with the cops. They even try to ramp the cops up to some god level that we all just kind of chuckle at, but they make the attempt anyway. And the countless tweets that we see on Twitter, the difference between niggers and black people. You know, we see your racist tweets out there. But here we go. Here's Trump, Jamel Hill. You know, she should be fired. She's a horrible person. But neo-Nazis that killed a woman in Charlottesville, some of them are fine people. People, you are a joke. You are a joke. And I'm just so glad that white supremacy is now being seen on the global stage, and people are now seeing it for what it really is. And Trump got to be the most racist president of the 21st century. Please, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can donate to my channel, please do. Peace, family.